Well, strap yourselves in, because we're diving headfirst into the mess that was Anthony Albanese's China trip. This isn't just a diplomatic jaunt, it's a bloody wake-up call. Our prime minister's out there playing matey with the Chinese Communist Party, sidestepping the Taiwan question like it's a snake in the grass, and waving around a shiny travel deal like it's the second coming of Vegemite. If that doesn't make your blood boil, then you're tougher than a roux in a boxing ring. So, let's break it down, unpack the spin, and figure out what the hell's going on with Australia's leadership. If you're as fed up as I am, give this video a like, hit subscribe if you're done with politicians who'd rather play nice than stand tall, and check out the Make Politics Honest Again merch in the description. Wear it like a badge of honor at the next Barbie. Now, let's get stuck in. I'm as Aussie as they come. I love the smell of eucalyptus after rain, the sound of a magpie waking you up at dawn, and the thrill of a footy grand final. But what I can't stomach, what's got me madder than a cut snake, is watching our Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, treat Australia's future like it's a bloody photo op. This China trip? It wasn't leadership. It was a masterclass in dodging the hard stuff. Picture this. Albo's off on a 6-day schmooze fest in Beijing, all grins and handshakes, leading a pack of business bigwigs like he's auditioning for CEO of the Year. Meanwhile, the world's on edge. China's flexing its muscles in the South China Sea, eyeballing Taiwan like it's a prize at the local show, and making noises that'd make any fair dinkum Aussie nervous. And what does our PM do? He tiptoes around the word Taiwan Li. Like it's cursed. Mate, that's not diplomacy, that's spineless. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we should pick a fight with China. Trade's important. Nobody's arguing we don't need to sell our wheat, wine, and iron, but leadership? That's about having the guts to stand for something, even when it's inconvenient. It's about looking Xi Jinping in the eye and saying, mate, we're watching you. Instead, Albo's out there acting like he's on a Kontiki tour, sipping tea and pretending everything's sweet as a lamington. The bloke's so busy avoiding tough topics he might as well be playing hide-and-seek with the entire Pacific region. Taiwan? Not a whisper. Human rights? Zip. The Uyghurs? China's surveillance state? Their debt traps in our backyard? Crickets. It's like he's decided principles are optional if the trade deal's juicy enough. And then, get this, the big win from this trip? A bloody partnership with Trip.com. Yeah, a travel website. Albo's out there spruiking it like he's just brokered world peace. Tourism Australia's new mate is a Chinese travel app, and we're meant to cheer like it's a game changer. Mate, that's not a diplomatic coup. That's something your average marketing intern could have sorted over a flat white. While Albo's busy high-fiving over a website, the rest of us are wondering why he's not addressing the elephant in the room, or rather, the dragon. China's militarizing, spying, and throwing its weight around, and our PM's acting like it's just another day at the office. It's like turning up to a bushfire with a garden hose and calling it a plan. Let's talk about what's at stake here. We're part of AUKUS, remember? That's the pact with the Yanks and the Palms to keep the Indo-Pacific free and fair. But while Albo's cozying up to Beijing, the Americans are scratching their heads, wondering if Australia's still got their back or if we're just playing both sides like a dodgy bookie. This isn't just about trade deals, it's about trust. If we're seen as fence-sitters who'll roll over for a quick buck, what does that say about us? What does it say to our allies? And what does it say to Aussies who expect their leader to have a spine? Leadership isn't about keeping everyone happy, it's about making the tough calls, even when they sting. Albo's not making calls, he's making excuses. Back home, things aren't much better. Aussies are doing it rough. Rents through the roof, groceries cost more than a night out, and power bills are hitting harder than a Steve Smith cover drive. Yet Albo's off in China, acting like a few extra tourists will fix it all. Mate, we don't need a travel agent, we need a leader. Someone who'll stand up for Australia's values, not just its wallet. Someone who'll call out authoritarian regimes, not clink glasses with them. And don't even start me on the burner phones. That's right, Albo's team had to leave their real phones at home because China's listening. They knew they were walking into a surveillance state, and still, Albo's out there grinning like he's at a mate's wedding. If that doesn't scream out of touch, I don't know what does. Here's the thing, Aussies aren't mugs. We see through the spin. We know when our PM's more interested in headlines than heart. Leadership means standing up for democracy, for our allies, for what's right, even when it's hard. It means saying Taiwan when it matters, not pretending it's just a word that'll upset the vibe. It means calling out China's aggression, not hoping it'll sort itself out over a trade deal. If Albo can't do that, what's he doing in the top job? Imagine if John Howard or even Bob Hawke had pulled this. The press would have had a field day. But Albo? He gets a free pass, a glossy write-up, and a pat on the back from his mates in the media. Double standards, anyone? So, here's the question I'm leaving you with. Is Anthony Albanese leading Australia? Or is he just riding the wave, hoping nobody notices the riptide?